Good evening, friends. Let me ask you something. What's holding you back? Is it fear, doubt, or the voice in your head telling you that you're not ready? Today, I want to share something that has the power to turn 2025 into the most transformative year of your life. Clarity through reflection. Clarity is the foundation for any significant change. Without it, we wander aimlessly, reacting to life instead of shaping it. Taking time to reflect allows us to understand where we are, what matters most, and where we want to go. Here's how to cultivate clarity through reflection. Pause and look inward. Carve out quiet moments for yourself, free from distractions. Ask, what do I truly want? Review the past. Reflect on the past year, what worked, what didn't, and what lessons you learned. Identify core values. Pinpoint the principles that guide your life. Decisions aligned with your values create fulfillment. Write it down. Journaling brings clarity. Write about your goals, dreams, fears, and roadblocks. Ask powerful questions, questions like what energizes me or what drains me. Reveal insights about your path. Assess your current reality. Be honest about where you are in different areas of life, career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Visualize your ideal future. Imagine the life you want in vivid detail. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Simplify your focus. Cut through the noise. Focus on 2 to 3 priorities that truly matter to you in 2025. Set an intention. Craft a clear intention for the year ahead. For example, I will prioritize my health and happiness in 2025. Commit to reflection as a habit. Make clarity an ongoing practice, not a one-time event. Regularly check in with yourself to realign your actions with your vision. The power of vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but it's one of the most courageous and transformative actions we can take. It's the willingness to show up, be seen, and risk failure, rejection, or discomfort in the pursuit of something meaningful. Here's why vulnerability is so powerful. Authenticity. Vulnerability allows you to show up as your true self, free from masks or pretenses. Builds deeper connections. When you're open and honest, you create space for genuine relationships built on trust and empathy. Fuels creativity and innovation. Vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity. To create something new, you must take risks and face uncertainty. Strengthens resilience. When you embrace vulnerability, you develop the strength to face setbacks and grow from them. Encourages growth. Stepping outside your comfort zone requires vulnerability. It's the only way to stretch and evolve. Destigmatizes failure. Vulnerability reframes failure as a natural part of the journey, not something to fear or avoid. Fosters courage. It takes bravery to embrace uncertainty and expose your authentic self to the world. Breaks down barriers. Vulnerability opens doors to understanding and empathy, breaking through walls of judgment and fear. Inspires others. When you're vulnerable, you give others permission to be themselves and take their own leaps of faith. Enhances emotional strength. Being vulnerable helps you process and navigate emotions, building emotional intelligence and self-awareness. How to embrace vulnerability. Acknowledge your fears. Identify what makes you feel vulnerable. Fear of failure, rejection, or judgment. Naming it reduces its power. Start small. Practice vulnerability in safe spaces like sharing your thoughts with a trusted friend or admitting when you need help. Reframe discomfort. View discomfort as a sign of growth rather than something to avoid. Let go of perfection. Accept that you don't have to have it all figured out. Imperfection is part of being human. Take brave steps. Say yes to opportunities that scare you but align with your dreams. Celebrate vulnerability. Each time you show up authentically, recognize it as a victory. Set bold intentions. Setting bold intentions is about daring to claim the life you want, even if it feels out of reach today. It's not about playing small or settling for what feels safe. It's about aiming high and aligning your energy, actions, and mindset with those ambitions. Bold intentions act as a guiding light, giving you clarity, purpose, and focus. Why bold intentions matter. Clarity of purpose. Bold intentions help you define what truly matters and eliminate distractions. Ignite motivation, big, audacious goals spark excitement and drive, pushing you to take action. Break through fear by declaring your intentions. You challenge the fears that hold you back. Expand your comfort zone. Bold goals force you to grow, learn, and adapt in ways you never imagined. Manifestation power. When you set bold intentions, you align your thoughts and actions with what you want to attract. How to set bold intentions: dream big. Start with your deepest desires. What would you do if fear, time, or resources weren't limitations? Example, I want to write a book that inspires thousands, or I will start a business that aligns with my passions. Be specific. Define your intentions clearly. Instead of saying, I want to get healthy, say, I will run a marathon by December 2025. Make it meaningful. Ensure your intentions align with your values and bring you joy or fulfillment. Set a timeline. Create urgency by attaching deadlines to your goals, giving you a sense of purpose and momentum. Focus on the why. Understand the deeper reason behind your intentions. It keeps you motivated when challenges arise. Write them down. Putting your intentions on paper makes them real and tangible. Declare them. Share your bold intentions with someone you trust or a supportive community. Speaking them aloud strengthens your commitment. Take aligned actions. Break your bold goals into smaller, actionable steps. Focus on progress, not perfection. Embrace fear and doubt. Bold intentions will feel intimidating. That's how you know they're worth pursuing. Face the discomfort head on. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge and reward yourself for progress along the way to keep momentum alive. Examples of bold intentions for 2025. I will transform my career by stepping into a leadership role that challenges and excites me. I will write and publish my first book. I will travel to 3 countries I've always dreamed of visiting. I will double my income by creating a successful side hustle. I will prioritize my health and complete a triathlon. Too often we wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I'm ready, but the reality is perfection is an illusion. If you keep chasing it, you'll never take the first step. Consistency, however, is within your control. It's about showing up every day, even when you're tired, even when the results aren't immediate, and even when the work feels messy or imperfect. Because here's the secret: small, imperfect actions repeated over time lead to extraordinary outcomes. Each step you take builds momentum. Each effort compounds. And before you know it, you've created something far greater than you ever imagined. Think about it. No athlete became a champion overnight. No artist created a masterpiece in one sitting. Their success came from daily commitment, from choosing progress over perfection, and from embracing the process, flaws and all. So what does consistency look like for you? Maybe it's writing 1 page a day instead of waiting to write the perfect novel. Maybe it's choosing a 10-minute workout instead of skipping exercise entirely. Maybe it's taking one small action toward your dreams instead of waiting for the stars to align. Remember, perfection paralyzes, consistency empowers, so don't wait for the perfect time. Start now. Show up. Take imperfect action and trust that your consistent efforts will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. Embrace fear as a teacher fear. It's a word that makes most of us uncomfortable. It's that tight feeling in your chest, the voice in your head whispering, what if you fail? Or what if you're not enough? But what if I told you that fear isn't the enemy? What if fear is actually one of your greatest teachers? You see, fear shows up when you're standing on the edge of something that matters: your growth, your potential, your dreams. It's a signal that you're stepping outside your comfort zone and into a space where real change can happen. But here's the thing: fear doesn't have to stop you. Instead of running from it, avoiding it, or letting it control you, what if you embraced it? What if you looked fear in the eye and said, what are you here to teach me? Fear can teach you where you need to grow. It can show you the areas where you're playing small or holding back. It can remind you that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. The truth is, everything you want is on the other side of fear. The dream career, the meaningful relationships, the bold life decisions, they all require you to face fear and move through it. So the next time fear shows up, don't see it as a roadblock, see it as a guide. Ask yourself, what is this fear telling me about what I value? How can I use this fear to fuel my growth instead of holding me back? What's the worst that could happen if I take this leap? And is that worse than staying where I am? Fear will always be there, but when you embrace it as a teacher, you take back your power. You learn, you grow, and you step into a version of yourself you never thought possible. The role of gratitude. It's more than just saying thank you. It's a mindset, a way of seeing the world that transforms how you experience life. Gratitude is the bridge between what you have and what you want, the practice that keeps you grounded even as you strive for more. Here's the truth, life will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But gratitude is the tool that helps you focus not on what's missing, but on what's already here, on the blessings, the lessons, and the opportunities you might otherwise overlook. When you practice gratitude, you shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, you see what's right. Instead of feeling lack, you feel abundance. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties. It means choosing to find the beauty and growth within them. Let me ask you, when was the last time you paused to appreciate the simple things? The sunrise, the laughter of a friend, or the opportunity to start fresh each day. These small moments, when noticed, can completely change your outlook. Gratitude also rewires your brain. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude increases happiness, reduces stress, and even improves your physical health. It's a powerful reminder that the good in your life deserves as much attention as the challenges. So how can you embrace gratitude in your daily life? Start a gratitude journal, write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. They don't have to be big, sometimes the smallest joys have the biggest impact. Express appreciation, tell someone you're thankful for them. A simple thank you can strengthen relationships and spread positivity. Pause and reflect. Take a moment at the end of each day to reflect on the good moments, even if they felt small. Shift your language. Instead of saying, I have to, say, I get to. For example, I get to work on my goals today. Practice gratitude during challenges. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me, or what can I appreciate about this moment? Gratitude isn't just about looking back at what's been good. It's also about looking forward with hope and appreciation for what's to come. It's a choice to find joy, to embrace the present, and to acknowledge that even in the hardest times, there's always something to be thankful for. Take ownership. Let's talk about ownership, not in the sense of possessions or titles, but the ownership of your life, your choices, and your future. Taking ownership is the foundation of personal growth. It's about stepping up and saying, this is my life, and I am responsible for how I live it. Too often we give away our power by blaming circumstances, other people, or even bad luck. But here's the truth. While you can't control everything that happens to you, you always have control over how you respond. Ownership is about recognizing that your choices, actions, and mindset shape your reality. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems or create your opportunities. You become the author of your story, not just a bystander. So what does taking ownership look like? Own your choices. Every decision you make, big or small, brings you closer to or further from your goals. Take responsibility for those decisions. If they don't work out, learn from them and move forward. Instead of saying, I had no choice, say, I chose the best option I saw at the time. Own your mistakes. We all make mistakes, but true growth comes from owning them, apologizing if necessary, and learning from them. Blame won't move you forward, accountability will. Own your attitude. Life isn't always fair, but you can choose how you react. Positivity, resilience, and a proactive mindset are all within your control. Own your effort. Success doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of consistent effort. Ask yourself, am I putting in the work needed to reach my goals? Own your dreams. Stop waiting for permission or ideal conditions to pursue what you want. Your dreams are yours to chase and your responsibility to achieve. Own your growth. Growth doesn't just happen, it's intentional. Seek out opportunities to learn, improve, and evolve. When you take ownership, you stop living on autopilot. You start making deliberate choices and taking actions that align with the life you want. It's not always easy. It requires honesty, humility, and courage, but the rewards are worth it. Because here's the truth, no one is coming to save you. No one is more invested in your success than you. Taking ownership isn't about control, it's about empowerment. It's about recognizing that your life is yours and you have the power to make it extraordinary. Take ownership. Let's talk about ownership not in the sense of possessions or titles, but the ownership of your life, your choices, and your future. Taking ownership is the foundation of personal growth. It's about stepping up and saying, this is my life and I am responsible for how I live it. Too often we give away our power by blaming circumstances, other people, or even bad luck. But here's the truth, while you can't control everything that happens to you, you always have control over how you respond. Ownership is about recognizing that your choices, actions, and mindset shape your reality. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems or create your opportunities. You become the author of your story, not just a bystander. So what does taking ownership look like? Own your choices. Every decision you make, big or small, brings you closer to or further from your goals. Take responsibility for those decisions. If they don't work out, learn from them and move forward. Instead of saying, I had no choice, say, I chose the best option I saw at the time. Own your mistakes. We all make mistakes, but true growth comes from owning them, apologizing if necessary, and learning from them. Blame won't move you forward, accountability will. Own your attitude. Life isn't always fair, but you can choose how you react. Positivity, resilience, and a proactive mindset are all within your control. Own your effort. Success doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of consistent effort. Ask yourself, am I putting in the work needed to reach my goals? Own your dreams. Stop waiting for permission or ideal conditions to pursue what you want. Your dreams are yours to chase and your responsibility to achieve. Own your growth. Growth doesn't just happen, it's intentional. Seek out opportunities to learn, improve, and evolve. When you take ownership, you stop living on autopilot. You start making deliberate choices and taking actions that align with the life you want. It's not always easy. It requires honesty, humility, and courage, but the rewards are worth it. Because here's the truth, no one is coming to save you. No one is more invested in your success than you. Taking ownership isn't about control, it's about empowerment. It's about recognizing that your life is yours and you have the power to make it extraordinary. So, as you step into 2025, ask yourself, what areas of my life am I ready to take ownership of? Then take that first step. Because when you own your life, you own your future. And there's no greater power